What's up? Okay, so listen. Tell me where y'all coming in from. Talk to me. Talk to me. It's ladies' night. I actually even thought about having a margarita. Having my little ladies' night. Cocktail. But I said, you know what? Let's just do some water for today, and let's just focus, right? Let's talk. Let's get on. I'm on Brandon's Instagram, hubby's Instagram. I'm on my Facebook. I think Brandon's gonna come on here with his Facebook. So yes, until we get it together, I'm gonna be talking to both and three or whatever we got. So today's topic, all right, is gonna be. I said it earlier: expectations versus reality. Babe, can you close this door for me, please? Thank you, sunshine. So this was interesting, okay, because at first I was like, what am I going to talk about? Ladies' night. My husband did an amazing men's night Monday. So, guys, wives, tell your husbands Mondays we're doing man Mondays, right? He did money and marriage. That was incredible. So, for me, I was like, okay, what are we going to do? What should we talk about? Make sure this is clear. I think I dirtied it more. What should we talk about, right? What should we get into? And as I was doing some stuff around the house, the idea, the Holy Spirit be working with me, came and said, you know what? Expectations versus reality, right? Wives, let's talk. Wives, ladies. So one of the things, y'all know I have my notes, right? So this came up because it's actually been going on for a while with me and Brandon. And we didn't realize what it really meant until we actually understood what it is as far as. I'll put his phone on mute because he gets all these things going on. Why is expectation versus reality, right? So one of the things that I wrote down, which I remembered, is expectation, right? When Brandon and I were dating, we were together for about 5 years, and we had our 1-year-old, and I had a talk with him. Like, ladies, sometimes you do have to kind of have a talk. And I was like, okay, babe, I love you. You love me. We live together. We're going to church. We're doing the great, happy-go-lucky life. But where's the ring? I don't have the ring. Like, I didn't say it like that, but I was like, I'm not going to be the baby mama. I'm not going to be the girlfriend. We're not doing this. We're not going to play house. And then he wanted a second baby. And I was like, no, sir. You're expecting all that. And I'm expecting like marriage and the ring and all that, right? So we talked, and I was like, 5 years. We need to decide, like, because if you either want this or not. And if that's not where you want to go, then okay, like my son and I will go on our way, and you can get him on the weekends, and we'll just figure it out. Like, come on now, I'm a strong, independent woman. Like, it is what it is. So because I set that expectation, he understood. He's like, you know what? I love you. Of course, I want to be with you guys or whatever. And that's when eventually he proposed, because I'm like, listen, our 5-year anniversary is coming up. Dude, don't spend no money and nothing else except for, making sure that we're good, right? So, which I'm glad I did, because honestly, wives, like, I'm very straight up. I feel that sometimes if us women do not speak up and say something, the man will be comfortable. Okay, I said it. Some of y'all gonna be mad. Some husbands might not like it, but it is what it is. Because men at times can get comfortable. And I'm not saying this to bash any man or nothing like that. I'm saying it out of love and out of being real. Because for me personally, I'm pretty sure Brandon eventually would have proposed, but would it have been at the timing that maybe I had discussed it? Who knows? He could have been like, he could have waited until the wheels fell off and was like, okay, fine, let's get married. Men can get comfortable, right? So that was one thing. And then fast forward, we were going to marriage counseling, because we listen, we've been through it all, right? We've been through premarital counseling, which I highly recommend it if you're engaged on this call. If you're girlfriend and boyfriend, I highly recommend premarital counseling from the church that you're attending. Is super amazing. It's incredible, because at the end of the day, I highly believe that if Jesus and God Almighty is not in the center and first in your marriage, then prayer to you, because marriage is anointed by God, and you should have that church involvement with the premarital counseling. So we did that. And then we went into the marriage counseling at our church. We still go into group marriages when they have certain sessions. As a matter of fact, our church does once a month. They get on, they get our members. We do small talks and things like that. Boom. Long story short, one of the topics was expectations, right? One of the topics was expectations. And we got into a great discussion about saying, why do husbands and wives not call each other or communicate about their expectations in their marriage? So we were like, man, that's a good one. Like, why we didn't think about this, right? And they discussed it like, if you don't communicate what you're expecting, your expectations might be up here and your husband doesn't even know it, right? You might, I have on here, this is a big one for me and he knows this. I might be out doing some meetings, works and stuff like that. I come home. I'm like, okay. Table, dinner. No, wasn't happening. What happened? I'm hungry. You didn't think about? This was before, right? Boom, fast forward. Now is we learn about expectations. Now it's gotten to the point that they talk to us and they said, call each other on lunch, right? So Brandon, we were doing this really hard when we first heard about it, because we were like, man, we should have been thought about this. We could have been saving so many arguments. So he will call me on lunch or on the way home. Hey, babe, you expecting anything from me when I get home? And I was like, well, before you go, do you expect anything when you come home? Because if you're expecting like food or this or that, I've been working, this and that. So it just saves so many arguments, because instead of him coming home upset that, oh, I'm hungry, why is there no food made? And I'm sitting here like, well, dude, I've been working all day. Just because I'm home, because, I work from home a lot and I have different businesses, doesn't mean I'm just sitting twiddling my thumbs making dinner all day, right? But we got that conversation done. And sometimes I'll tell him, hey, babe, I've been working all day. I highly recommend that you pick up some food, or you might be the chef tonight, because it's a lot happening, right? So that was a big deal, and it helped us out because his expectation might have been up here and I didn't know about it because the communication wasn't there, right? So it ended up helping us understanding one another, or when we're just home, hey, what do you expect? And when we go out of town, like when he's on his way home or I'm coming back, he asks me, or I'll tell him, or, ask him, hey, do you expect anything when you get home? Like, you expect this whole house to be cleaned? Because I had the kids, I've been working, I've been handling some business, some errands. That's not really going to go down. Okay. So, and you just got to be honest. And then if he's like, you know what, I understand, I would just expect, a dinner, or I would expect, everything to be ready, kids in bed, and even, y'all know I'm going to get into it. Y'all know I'm going to get into it. Even like, yeah, babe, the kids to be in bed, dinner to be kind of situated, and you to be ready for me. And I'll be like, okay, that expectation, we're going to clear, check. But if he wouldn't have said that, I probably wasn't even thinking about it, because I got the kids, the food, the house, and then I would have been way off guard, and he would have been a whole nother type of, level, and we just wouldn't connect. So now the whole connection is messed up. The whole vibe is gone, right? So that's a big deal, right? I also wrote down, because y'all know I got my notes. Y'all know I'm a note taker. And one of my biggest things was, as far as expectations, y'all know us wives, us ladies, when we were younger, majority of females, our ideal marriage is like this whole princess fairy tale. For a lot of us, you see Cinderella, you see a lot of the Disney princesses, they talk about their Prince Charming, and you feel, because that's what you saw, that this is what you should be getting. You think marriage is going to be this whole fairy tale, and you feel like your expectations are up here, because thanks to Disney, you're thinking all this crazy stuff. That's not really reality. And reality is, you might not get that Prince Charming that everyone is like, oh my gosh, then all these other things. Like, things can happen. It's not going to be, the perfect, marriage, the perfect wedding. It's not going to be, things happen, I know during our wedding day, I expected it to be amazing, which it was, but we had a little hiccup, and Brandon knows what I'm talking about. We had a little hiccup, but I had to like, okay, simmer it down. Okay, let's be in reality. Like, things happen. It's not perfect. And it went well, So I just want us to always remember, as wives, there's differences. Like, you cannot always expect the husband, to be perfect, to have it all set up, to do the A, B, C, and D. But the reality is, certain things are gonna come in between, right? One of the things I talked about is communicating. Again, I go back to this part. If you're not communicating, what you're expecting is out the window. So you're thinking, oh, this marriage is gonna be the most perfect marriage. He's gonna be the biggest, provider, breadwinner. We're gonna have the mansion. We're gonna have all these cars. We're gonna have 20 kids. But reality is like, wait a minute, girl. You don't need 20 kids. First of all, that's expensive. Then you might not get the mansion right away. You might have to work up to the mansion. You might start off with a 2-bedroom, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, Then it might go up, a reality, right? So when it comes to marriage, I wanted to talk about this because I feel like lots of marriages kind of go the other way and don't end up being successful because our expectations are so high. Now, I will say, women, right? Wives, ladies, I will say there's a difference between setting expectations way too high and then being settling for less. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying just settle for, a raggedy husband. Like, I'm not saying that. Like, nobody is saying that. But I am saying, I know it's been out there that there's females like, oh, my husband better make, 6 figures a year. He better have, 13 degrees, no kids, all this boom, 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 boom. But then it's like, wait a minute, sis, you got 3 kids and 2 baby daddies. Yeah, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go there because you guys know I'm my husband's real, but I'm like direct real. He kind of be like, well, I'd be like, no, son, we going straight to the facts. So you're out here screaming, I want a single 6-figure man, which now that need to be 7 figures. 6 figures ain't doing nothing with this inflation. No kids and all this stuff. But meanwhile, you walking around with 2 car seats in the back. Don't even talk to your baby daddy. And you barely making ends meet, and I want a husband to provide. What? No. We have to backtrack, right? We are, also, we're queens. We're independent. However, we also got to be wise, right? So this whole expectations and reality, we have to remember, like, nothing wrong with wanting more. Nothing wrong with wanting that man, the provider, of course. The husband should be the provider. I didn't say the breadwinner. I said the provider. And I want to talk, I'm talking to the marriages. I'm talking to the wives. Like, that's a big deal. Some of us get confused with, he got to be the breadwinner. And then what? No. He needs to be the provider. He needs to be the provider, right? He needs to be the one that's taking care of you and the kids, right? So expectations and reality. Y'all expect, to get the whole block, but then y'all in the house doing nothing. Like, come on. Wives, like, we also have to be doing what we're supposed to be doing to receive that type of, husband and expectations of the reality. Like, we can make it reality, right? Let's grind together. Let's get this 6-7 figures together, 8 figures, so we can get this mansion that we both expected as a marriage to have. Because I'm pretty sure husbands out there want to be like, oh, I want a nice house and car and this and that. But you both got to come together, right? I wrote down, ask about each other's expectations, right? Then I go into, this one's good. This one is so good. Physical appearance. Okay? So listen, this is not for everybody. Some of us are married and you guys work out all the time and you were working out before, you're working out in between, you're working out afterwards. Cool. Some of us gained the baby fat and are in the process of working that away. But the expectation cannot be, especially us moms and wives, we think that, oh, we're going to be this, when he met me, this 130-pound person for the rest of my life. No. Reality is, I had some kids. Reality is, some of us are having kids. Some of us had health issues. Some of us went through some things. Some of us been through some struggles. I'm not saying, go from 130 to 300, 400 pounds, and now you're like, oh, what's happening? No, you got to take care of your health too. But I'm also saying reality is things happen. The same thing for the husband. Us wives, and I'm not bashing anybody. This is all with just, confidence and love. But what I am saying is, when you got married, he probably had a 6-pack, right? Or he probably was, looking some type of way or something, okay? Now, the reality is, things happen, especially, like, I know for me, we be cooking, okay? So, like, rice and beans, we was, chuletas and arroz con gandules, like, we do it up when I do cook, right? My husband likes to cook himself. So reality was, he's not going to always be that Brandon when he was 26 years old when we first met. And I understand that because he also understands me. Like, I had 2 kids, right? C-sections on top of that. That's even harder. So yes, we're working together as one because we both expect eventually, like, okay, girl, like, we need to get you back. And same for him. And this is not in a bad way. This is not saying, oh, I don't love him because he's not the Brandon at 26. No. However, I'm also, like, we still gotta, we have that attraction. We both still are attracted to each other. But the expectation and reality, things really do happen. You know what I mean? So that's what I want to get at when it comes to marriage, when it comes to, wives and ladies. We're having a ladies' night. We talking. This is going to be, I'm probably going to do this every Thursday night. I got an itch right here. I'm probably going to do this every Thursday night for ladies' night. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing it this late. Y'all see this right here? Stuck? I'm not sure if I'm going to do this late. But between my schedule with my clients and work and things like that, this is the time, and it was perfect, right? Expectations. I would have expected this live to come on at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, but reality is, things got to get done, kids got to get in bed, and we're on at this time, right? The next thing I put, y'all know I like to check, right? The next thing I put is as far as, when it comes to marriage, we're the expectations for some of us, wives, it causes arguments because we're always saying, like, well, he should be helping with the kids, or he should be cleaning the car, or he should be doing this, or he. When realistically, we got to look at us, right? Reality is, they don't understand sometimes, as far as what we want. So we have to communicate that, instead of expecting everything done for the kids, instead of expecting everything done for the house, yes, the man should do what he do, but sometimes, and we all know, ladies, this is just ladies out here, right? If it's some of y'all guys, I don't want to hear y'all comments, okay? But ladies, sometimes we do got to tell them, because I don't know, like, the brain sometimes didn't click in some parts of their brain. And sometimes we got to tell them, like, babe, can you go and get that in the room and make sure the kids are straight? Like, he hears them. But sometimes we got to be like, boo. And he knows when I call him a nickname, like, my mom be cracking up. I'll be like, hey, sunshine, honey bun, sweetie. That's when he be like, oh, snap, she about to get in. Because I really want to be like, listen, But I'll be like, hey, babe, sunshine, honey bun, go see what the kids are up to. You can hear the house about to fall apart. Make sure I'm in a couple of meetings. Reality. Expectations would have been like, I'm chilling in my office. He's handling A, B, C, and D. But that's when we have to simmer it down. Marriage is what it is. It's a beautiful thing. We got to communicate that, right? Then Even with the cooking, even with the cleaning, just in general, just marriage. Like, you guys will be surprised. You guys will be surprised what a difference the marriage can be when we understanding the difference between expectations and reality. You guys will be surprised. The cut downs of arguments. It won't be an argument because, you showed up after, home from work, driving 13 hours and, you want food on the table. It won't be an argument if you knew there was nothing, handled because of situations, of kids, of reality, things that happen in a house. Then you'll be cool. Like, oh, don't worry, babe. I'm picking up some food for us. We straight. We got it. I got it. Or I'm getting something. Or I went to my mom's or whatever. You come home and you good. Right? Instead of expecting, oh, I've been working all day. He should know. I've been on the road. My food wasn't ready. The kids wasn't this. Then it's a whole blah, 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 blah. So now y'all arguing because it's like, why you didn't do this? Why that? Why? Listen, I've been there. That's why I sound like I know it so, know this topic very well because I was there. I was there where I would be like, really? Like, I've been driving all throughout Atlanta all day seeing clients. I'm coming home 9, 10 o'clock and I'm damn near eating my fingers. And y'all just sleeping? Ain't nobody thought about mommy? But squash that. Now, babe, I'm leaving this side of town. Dinner, what y'all got? Oh, you got this? You got that? Oh, okay. I'm good? Or maybe not? All right, well, he knows I don't be picking stuff up that late. But worst case scenario, there's a couple of stores right by the house. And he'll be like, yeah, babe, didn't really do much. Or, the kids are asleep. I made this. It's ready or blah, blah, blah. So conversation, argument got discontinued, right? So this is the now. That was the then. This is the now because we're learning expectations versus reality. Call, speak, communicate. Same thing goes with date nights. Same thing goes with gifts. Same, like, y'all would understand if y'all understood now that we're talking about this. And this is why I love doing this, right? Ladies, wives, because it's us women. If there's a couple of husbands on here, I see some of the guys lingering on, they want to be nosy in my conversation for the ladies. It's all good though. Take some pointers, take some notes, husbands, right? But listen, we know us ladies, sometimes we be like, I want that diamond earring, or I want this. Maybe he's going to take me out over here. Maybe we're going to go do this. Oh my God, especially Valentine's Day coming up. Oh my God, Valentine's Day. We're not Valentine's Day couple, but I used to be because that was like the worldly thing, and like commercials and stuff. But now Valentine's Day every weekend, okay? Like, ain't nobody need the Valentine's Day, to like hang out or go on a date or get some chocolates or flowers or the same old, right? But we expect that. Oh, we're expecting the teddy bear, the diamonds, expecting for him to make up this, romantic date night and all these flowers and girl, that man does not know half of the things to do. Most of the times they're lost. And again, husbands on, y'all don't need to comment because y'all shouldn't be on this call anyways. But it is what it is. Wives, ladies, the husbands, they be lost. Okay? Be lost. They can be some lost individuals. So we do have to be like, well, not the whole thing, y'all understand what I'm saying, wives. Like, they know some stuff, right? They know like the romantic things, go to dinner and stuff like that. But I'm talking about like if you sat here and you talked about some diamond earrings for a whole 6 months, don't expect that just because Valentine's Day is coming, you about to get them. Because you might not. You might get them on your birthday. You might get them on Christmas. And they won't even know that you upset because you didn't get it for Valentine's Day. Like, babe, why are you mad? Like, what? You didn't hear me talk about them earrings for a whole 6 months? It's reality. Reality. See, Omar, boom, I got a husband commenting. It's a positive comment, so I will repeat it. Talking about always super laws. I know. That is why God made the women as the helper to the man. That's why he says we all should have our spouse, our husband, our wife. We should not be alone individuals, because as we get older, we do need that support. We do need that helper. You know, think about it. Why is it that a lot of older, like elderly couples, why is it that when the wife passes away, if she goes first, why is it that the husband goes, if not instantly, within days or months or maybe a couple of years? Y'all seen stories where it says husband and wife married, 70 years, pass away together holding hands. It's been several cases, right? Especially with the COVID and stuff like that. So many things. You really believe that it was just a sudden thing? No, the husband, they really, that wife, that like soul, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I saw it with myself, with my grandparents. They were married for 80, 90 something, 70 something years. Like, for real. They were married since it was 15 years old. Our grandmother had dozens of thousands of kids with him, and passed away when she was almost in her 90s. My grandfather was devastated. I never saw that in my life. Never saw it. He would not let her go. Like, he was holding her hand. He would not let her go. And when she did pass, he was like really lost. Like, he really was like, my medicine, my clothes, like, what do I, because the wife is the headstrong helper, that spouse. How do you remember? Okay, I got some men commenting. Marky Mark, Money Mark. I see your reels popping over there. How do you remember when your wife likes so many different things? You better start taking some notes. Okay? Start taking notes. If it's there, listen, there's something. There's at least a top 3 things that your wife talks about that she really likes or really, really wants. Like, if she talks about like this purse for a lot, or if she talks about a lot of like some earrings, or if she talks about like a top destination that she really wants to go to. Like, you guys got to take mental note. Take mental note. Or better yet, have your notes. Have your phone. Jot it down. Wife, this is like for real. Like, talked about wanting to go, to Bora Bora. Right? That's a big deal. Right? Talk about it. Oh, babe, you was talking about, you want to go? You was looking at Bora Bora. I was looking at some things. And y'all could play it off. Because we would tell you, yeah, I want to go. I want the Marriott in Bora Bora. That one, the Conrad. That's where I want to go. Valentine's weekend. Or, I forgot, y'all going to be in Vegas. So you messed that whole Valentine's weekend up, Marky Mark. You better make it up somewhere else. But what I'm saying is, write it down. If you have to. And realistically, is it that many things that... Because if it's that many things, you're not going to buy her all those things. If it's materialistic, like, get her a couple things. Sprinkle them throughout the year. You know what I mean? So that's a good way of handling that. Emotional support, right? This one is huge, right? Ladies. Since I got my husbands on, I love it. But ladies, emotional support, right? Expectations versus reality. I don't like this chair back here. It's like in my other video. Hey, Ariel and Ariel. I'll be messing it up. I'm sorry, boo. I love you, though. So, emotional support, right? This one's huge because us women, we are more emotional. We're more sentimental. We're more in a different, like, something happened. We're like, oh, my gosh, I can't believe it. The guys are like, okay, whatever, get over it. That's a man. Okay, whatever, get over it. Boom, next. And we're sitting here like, he didn't even hold my hand and tell me, like, he understands or, like, he's sorry. Nothing. So, I'm going to tell you, wives, ladies, what I did the other night to give a great example to my husband. Keeping it real, right? So, I was upset about something. And that's I'm not even going to go to see what it was about. I was upset about something. And I mentioned it to him. And we were in the bed, which, for one of the things that they mentioned in counseling is you don't say certain things when they're tired or sleepy, because Same for me. I'm gonna be like, okay, whatever, bye. But I was upset, and I mentioned it when we was in bed, and he was like, okay, well, he responded in not the nicest way. So I was like, really? That wasn't nice. That's all you're gonna say? So I said, whatever, went to bed. So the next day, I said, babe, let me ask you something. Or let me tell you how this went down. That wasn't cool. Because we talk about these things. That's the number one thing. We communicate about these things. He knows. I might call him. She might get the call at work like, yo, that was not cool. Like that. And I know I got to work on my language. But I tell him straight up, like, yo, that was an ass. Like, you was being an ass. That wasn't nice. So I thought about how can I bring this up to my husband in a different way where he can understand. What up, cuz? Where he can understand emotionally what I'm really, like, what really happened. Because I was not doing, I was upset. He responded worse, what made it worse. So now I'm more upset. So I said, hey, babe, think about this. I said, let's think about this. Let's say your friend, married, calls you, tells you about a scenario. And I said the scenario. And your friend is like, oh, bro, what do you think? What should I say? Blah, blah, blah. And then I said, so your friend is calling you about this. I said, babe, would you have responded the same way you responded to me last night to your friend that's asking about this scenario with his wife? Because remember, they talking to B. Like, yo, B, this happened. My wife said this. She was upset. This is what I said. I said, would you have agreed to your friend saying what you told me to his wife? Or would you tell your friend to tell his wife that? And he was like, no. I was like, well, I said, okay, well, what would you have told your friend? And he told me. I said, man, expectation versus reality. I expected, let's go back to this fairy tale. The princess, oh, babe, I'm sorry you feel this way. I expected a whole, like, hold me, rub me, kiss me, like the whole shebang. You know what I'm saying? The whole sympathy. I got the reality, like, okay, whatever, bye, can I sleep? So when he answered me about what he would have told his friend to tell his wife, I was like, why you didn't just tell me all this? That was really nice. I was like, that was really nice, babe. So he was like, yeah, my bad. I'm sorry. I shouldn't answer you like that. I was just like in sleep, tired, in the bed, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, my bad too, because I shouldn't have came at you at that point when you was already like half snoring, But it was great because emotional, just to see the expectation versus reality on the emotional part, right? Supporting us as ladies, as wives, as women. Sometimes they don't get it. Oh, let me correct that. Most of the time, and this is a proven fact, men, the husbands, do not emotionally get exactly what we're coming from. Because when I talked about that thing that got me upset, I was like, what were you thinking? And he's told me what he thought. And I was like, you didn't think of, and what he thought, honestly, I was like, oh, I didn't even think about that. Because he thought a whole nother thing. But what he thought really kind of made sense, though, from like when he said it. I was like, oh, I never thought about it like that. So that just showed me, because he was like, babe, that's like a guy answer. And I don't understand what you are referring to. Like, you're talking like in a whole nother language. Like, what are you saying? So that's when I was like, you know what? Working on the emotional understanding of each other in a marriage is huge. It's huge. Because us women, us wives, we want the whole like sympathy and I love you. Oh my gosh, can't believe you're going through this, babe. Da 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 da. And the guys are like, okay, well, I'm about to go to sleep. Can we talk about this tomorrow? Meanwhile, you're like, really? But understanding that, right? Expectation versus reality, really understanding each other emotionally. That's really intense because, of course, men and women are not wired the same. We know this. Like, hello, we know this. Like, really. Like, I guarantee you, if my husband would have talked about expectations versus reality, he would not be talking about no emotional support, emotional understanding. He probably would have been like, well, expectation, I want a gent to be that 23-year-old gent forever. Reality is, I just turned 35 and things change. I'm still fine, but, I have two kids and, I'm busy. Things are different, right? You know, and one of the biggest thing is back then I had a little short bob. Now my hair is super long, right? So that's a big expectation versus reality. So that's a great one. And then of course, wives, ladies, this is my favorite one, and then I'm out. Don't forget to always refer back to our marriage Instagram, right? Which is marriage, porn, acronym P.O.R.N. R.N.porn, right? Go back to our Instagram, check us out. We're usually putting content. We're gonna start doing more lives and promotional stuff on our Instagram private page. Add us, request us. We're building different avenues with the companies Facebook, and just doing so much. So go check us out. And then also email barkerworldwideinc@gmail.com. Send us an email. Let us know. We are starting, and this is a quick, so I don't forget, we are starting our marriage program. I believe we're going to start for February. So email us, send us some information. It's only $99 for the package. It's going to be a 6-week amazing course program, different topics. And then we're working on a marriage retreat. Let's talk, right? So go to our page, check us out. But this last thing I really wanted to get into, I love it because it talks about what I want them or the husband to understand, right? Understand what answer I want. So similar to what I was just saying with the emotional. Sometimes we expect, or most of the time we expect the answer we want them to give us. And that's not what it is. Like, remember, guys, I'm not out here to just be like, oh, marriage, this is not marriage. No, I'm just real about things that happen. Like with us, what we're learning, where you guys could get some value. But, there's days that we expect certain answers and certain things to be like said that might not be. Like one of the things that Brandon and I started doing, let me tell y'all, it's 5 compliments a day. 5 compliments a day. And you know what, husbands, since you're on, I learned, take note, I learned that 5 compliments a day to your spouse can save a marriage. Did y'all know that? I didn't know this, right? So when it comes to expectation versus reality, us wives, us women, we're expecting a lot of we want to hear we want to hear certain things. We want to hear, oh, you look so good today, or, oh, I love that outfit, or, oh, come on, wives. We go to the husband and be like, you see something different? And they'll be like, this is a shoe? And you're like, in my face? You don't notice nothing different? And we got a whole hair dye. You know what I'm saying? It's like, or some earrings. You don't see nothing different, babe? And they be like, the pants, the shirt, like, you got a nose ring I don't know about. And it's like, come on. We're expecting them to be like, all these things. And it's like, babe, I just got some cute earrings. And he like, really? You made all that big deal over some cute earrings? And it's like, what you mean? It took me 30 minutes to pick out these earrings. For you to be like, that's it? Those earrings? What? Or the color? I'd be mad. I'd be like, babe, you like? I did it. What do you think? I even tweaked it up and added some blue underneath. I'm getting gangster with it. I'm about to do some more. And he's like, yeah, it's all right. What? I took 2 hours. I expected you to be like, damn, babe, you got blue, you getting professional, you turned up, da-da-da-da. And all I got was, yeah, it's alright. It's cute, it's nice. What? Reality. So that's why I wanted to do this expectations versus reality for my ladies, my wives, even though I got some husbands on, but good. So y'all can hear what's happening in our brain. But this is why I wanted to do this, because we're always expecting. He gotta do this. He gotta be here. He gotta do that. He gotta be here. He gotta handle. He gotta. And reality is like, damn, this is one man providing for the house, working 2-3 jobs. This is an example, right? Handling the bills, handling this. You're in meetings. He's with the kids. He's making dinner. He's this. He's that. And you're still over here like, but you didn't do this. But you this. But you that. But you that. And it's like, wives, we got to cut that out. We have to cut that expectations with reality out and just be like, yo, I'm grateful for my marriage. I'm grateful for my husband. I'm grateful for what Lord blessed me with. I'm grateful for the man. Listen, I'm grateful he gets up and go to work. I'm grateful he has money coming in. There's some lazy ass bums out there. Like, let's get for real. I know some smoochers. I know some women holding down their man that they just don't even want to work. They're just being lazy just to be lazy. Meanwhile, you got a whole husband going to work, got some couple businesses going on, got the car popping, got the house paid off, paid for, got the car note paid, got the stuff, you know what I'm saying? All these things, reality, all these things. Look, Mark, 14 hours a day. See, wives, top hashtag, do not let your husband work 14 hours a day. Marky Mark, y'all know I keep it real. But husbands do not need to be working 14 hours a day. I'm going to say it. I don't know what's happening. I don't know. It could be a good reason. It could be, I don't know. The wife, I don't know. I don't know the reasoning. But there has to be a way for us women to hustle hard, get our lives situated, that our husbands can be at home more with us. I hope that means buy my way or something. I hope that don't mean BMW. Because if that's 14 hours BMW, that is no bueno. You better trade that shit in. Because I'll tell you right now, y'all already know. Brandon comes to me about a new car, talking about he got to go to work 14 hours a day to pay some car notes. I'll be like, boy, you tripping. You better go get you a paid for Toyota, Honda, something, Nissan. Ain't nobody got to who's driving in if you working 14 hours a day. Don't get me started, Money Mark. Right? But that's what I'm just saying. Women, lift them up. Be real with them. Like, yo, I'm grateful for the fact that you didn't understand that I just did a whole 2 hours dyeing my hair instead of going in like today. And then I'm about to close it out. Like today, I was like, okay, wives, tell me if you understand this part. Tell me if you understand this. I'm home working. And listen, if y'all don't know much about me, I work from home, my part-time. I'm a contracted therapist. I'm a mental health therapist. So I'm dealing with different situations with my caseload. I'm an entrepreneur. So I have, several businesses, that we run from the house, from our phone. We do, several things throughout. So money's flowing, right? So I'm doing stuff. I'm busy. I'm handling, I get up nice and early with Brandon and I try to do our prayer time together. I do my reading. I get the kids breakfast. I do my job. I do my clients. I take them to school. So my day, boom, 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 boom. I be boom, boom, classes, this, that, stuff with my mom. Like I'm busy. Okay. I have a life and businesses and things running. But Brandon, we talked and he was like, babe, man, I've had a rough day. And I was like, oh, well, what you been, what's going on? I had to build this. I had to build that. I had to build this. And I was like, because I was going to go to my mom's house to help her with to do some stuff over there. And when he told me that, I was like, you know what? I'm about to make some bomb lunch or dinner, whatever you want to call it, for him when he gets home. Because my mom, I don't have to go right now to my mother's house. Like, I didn't have to go. Like, she wasn't locked out or nothing. Like, I just had to go open some door or something, right? So I was like, I'll go handle my mom's later, because wives, ladies, remember, your husband is first. God, your husband, kids, family, blah, 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 right? So I said, you know what? Bam, boom. My moms can wait. Let me cook for hubby. I don't cook a lot. Yeah, I know I don't be cooking. So when I'm sitting here, like, I'm gonna cook some bomb. I took out some shrimp. I took out some vegetables. Go to my Instagram, see my stories. Yeah, I posted it up, right? The salad, of course, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yes, boom. I did groceries, boom, boom. $300 in groceries. Talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Just sweat and tears for that, So I'm like, bam, boom, boom. Brandon gets home. He's like, babe, what you cook? You said it was bomb, because I didn't tell him what it was. I said, yeah. I laid it out nice. I laid it on the counter. I had the shrimp, the chicken with vegetables, the salad. Wasn't sure how he wanted it, because he'd be mad picky with it sometimes. Like, I want it in 5 minutes, 8 minutes, tomorrow. So I'm like, just tell me when to make it. I'll make it. Boom. Kiss, kiss. So he's like, this what you made? I was like, what? He was like, this the bomb food you talking about? I was like, yeah. He's like, you made my plate? I'm like, no. I laid it out nicely. I don't know how much you want. How hungry are you? Son, get your plate. Like, it's right there. The plate was right next to it. You know what I mean? So I walked away like, okay, because I really wanted to go in. But wives, ladies, we have to keep our humbleness. And I was like, okay, like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. And I walked away. And he knew by the way I walked away in my face and my attitude. I was like, really? That's what you're saying? And I just walked away. And he came and, babe, come here, give me a kiss and this and that. And I was like, it's okay. I'm about to go do a meeting, something. I'm about to go somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Because I really wanted to be like, really? You could have had an air when you came home to eat. But I'm thinking you had a rough day. Come here, babe. I'm like, I'm going to give you a massage later. I'm going to rub your feet. I bought some lotion. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm over here like, ooh, wives, ladies, talk to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here like, I was setting the tone too, because he had a rough day. Y'all already know. Sometimes, a lot of times, if your husband is really on the phone and he's talking about, well, Brandon, not a lot, but the rough days, when they do happen, women, wives, y'all gotta come through. Not just sex, but that could be the cherry on top. You know what I'm saying? Expectation versus reality. And he was like, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I really should have just been grateful, because you don't even be cooking, that you even cook. But I was like, yeah. And then he made up with the bombest kids in history. So I was like, okay. No, I didn't say that easy, but I was like, whatever. That still wasn't cool. Still gave him a little bit. Wise how we do a little bit. So, but anyways, I love you, but I beg to differ. Sometimes we set the bar too low for men. They expect us to operate in 20 different directions and have sex. They can meet us where we are too. We both work and bring things to the table as far as wanted them to see us. Sorry guys, I'm reading. We have to see yourself first. So when you know that's not their love language and I feel good enough for myself, then I'm not expecting him to see anything different as long as I see something different with me. I'm trying to understand the last part. I understand they expect us to operate in 20 different directions and have sex. Yeah, that is true. And that one becomes kind of touchy, because listen, everybody's different. When it comes to me, and this is adults only, so it is what it is, and marriages, hopefully. I'm a sexual human being. Like, I'm a intimate, loving, person. So me, and I'm not saying you're not, but for me, I get what you're saying. We're doing so many things, but they still want us to provide sex. It's hard for me, because even if I'm tired, this is just me. my husband knows if he wants to get it popping, we get it popping. Like, we gotta, even our pastor said this one time, like, go to the bathroom, ladies, shower up, and, woo woo, wake up, smells good, and we about to go, and Jesus, Lord, give me the strength, and do what we gotta do. And I know that's not everybody, but that's just how I, what I'm saying, what I think, how I feel, how I roll, and, that is what it is. Same thing with the husbands, like my boy. He said he works 13-hour shifts. Who knows if he comes home and his wife want to get some? He might be tired. So they have to figure out a balance. There has to be a balance. That can meet us where we are too. Yeah, absolutely. Men can always meet us. That should always meet us where we are. However, I'm always going to keep saying they're the provider. They're the, we got to uplift them. Wives, we have to just do better at that part. It's not just about meet me where I'm at, or me, do this, do that. Because at the end of the day, that's why they're our partner. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's why we're together as one. Because if you're so uppity, you meet me here, you do this, meet me halfway, that's a roommate. A spouse is a little bit different, and I'm not saying this to like step on nobody's toes or nothing like that, but I think that's what I'm understanding from what you mentioned. I think that's what you're trying to say, and that's just what I'm thinking. And of course, you can't have your standards. Geez, everybody on this call, of course you can't have your standards too low. Or low at all, actually. Love language, anything different, as long as I sometimes different with me. Everything. I don't understand the last part, so if you're still on, if you want to type what the last part is, that'll be great. But I just wanted to reach out to the main part where it says, different directions and have sex. That I already said it. That's a wishy-washy subject for me, because I make sure there's never an issue when it comes to, like, if we're too tired and, he wants some or I want some, sometimes you have, like, the balance. Like, you might have to be like, can maybe tomorrow, like, I'm tired, but it's just difficult because so many marriages, and this is a topic that him and I are going to get into together when we do a live next time, is so many marriages are suffering with intimacy and with sex because the jobs, one job, like my friend, he works 12-13 hours. His wife might, I don't know if I think she's working, throughout the day. So a lot of marriages are lacking sex and intimacy because now with this inflation and with just money situations and problems. So I know couples that husband works at night, wife works in the morning. When do they see each other? When do they even have time to even grab a hug or a kiss or just pull the hair? You know what I'm saying? Like, when do y'all have time for that? But that's when we have to sit down and be like, okay, we got to really talk about this. We got to balance. So I hope that kind of helps that part out. Hey, I got some friends on. Dia Stella, what's up? So I've been on, literally, it's going to be almost an hour. I talked about our information for a little bit, about 45 minutes or so. Don't want to be too much, but don't forget, guys, go over to our Instagram, marriage.p.o.r.n, and p.o.r.n. Check us out on Instagram, or if you need to email us or go on our website, barkerworldwideinc.at gmail.com. So that's pretty much it. I just really wanted to talk over the expectations versus reality, and make sure that we're just understanding that no matter what, we should always understand what expectations you have and what is your reality. Because you're right, your husband might expect sex every other day, or once some people once a day or something. I don't know where the stamina is at, you know what I'm saying? Or they might be like, no, I'm straight. Once a week, I'm good. See ya. And you might be like, no. So that has to be the balance, the expectations versus reality. where you guys can come to an agreement. Can we just say, oh, we link up Monday, Wednesday, Friday, like boom, let's have our meetings, let's have our talk. So it just depends, guys. But I'm grateful and thankful for you guys getting on. I hope this was helpful for someone. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, definitely, type it in. We're going to get notifications for this. I'm on my husband's Instagram. I'm on my Facebook. I think my husband is on. Hey, Mr. Barker. Oh, he just commented. Look at that. Bam. That's how connected we be. Pure, open, renew, and navigate for porn. Thank you for commenting on that, because I didn't want somebody to think something else. Don't exclude them. In my opinion, this just coming from me being a life coach. A lot of marriages are suffering because we refuse to do some work on ourselves and with each other and keeping God. Yes. So that's what you meant at the end about keep working on ourselves. Yes. Yes, 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 Tiffany. And that's amazing. I didn't know that you were a life coach. I don't think I knew that. So super incredible. Congratulations. Coaches and therapists are a lot intertwining with their beliefs and things like that. So I definitely agree with we as wives do have to work on ourselves. Like we have to work on us, right? We can't, I like that. We don't exclude them, right? You can lift them up indeed, but do not exclude them. Work is just from being a life coach. A lot of marriages are suffering from because we refuse to do some work on ourselves. That is so good. You know what? I actually might take a note. I am gonna take a note because I actually like the idea of discussing on a different night, not just wives, but just marriages. Like Brandon, I'm gonna talk to Brandon. We'll have a little meeting, hubby meeting, and I like that because it's a very big deal on working on yourself in a marriage. That's huge, huge, because you could be uplifting your husband all day, but you could be not moving. Like you could be like bunch of BS. You know what I'm saying? You could be telling your husband how amazing he is, but yeah, you're depressed because something is not going right in your job or something. I don't know. So that is huge, huge. And yes, marriages are suffering. Like people do not understand a lot of situations that I've seen as a therapist, especially in the mental health field in marriages. A lot of the marriages in this world, we see the face, we see the cover. Oh, great, happy, smiling, this, but we don't know inside what's really happening in behind closed doors, like they say. And we've seen this all over like TV and life, where you see, somebody's been married 25 years, now they're getting divorced. They've never been happy, or been married 8 years and not happy, and never, because they wasn't working on each other individually. And that's a big deal, because one can be depressed and one can be great, and that's just not going to balance out. You have to work on yourself, right? And then of course keeping God in the core. Y'all already know. I'm not going to go into it because that's it. My time has been called, but I'm not going to get into it. But it is a big deal. You already know, Tiff. I'm not sure if we've spoken into detail, like for real, but we should definitely connect after this, sometime during the week or whatever, because I'm really a big adamant person on marriages and just God being at the core, at the center, and first. Like that's big, because that's just big. Like y'all don't understand, I tell so many people, like, and it's not just about, oh, I don't have to go to church, but I pray. It's not just about that. Like the relationship the relationship with God and the marriage and the anointing. And yes, I will differ, which our pastor talked about it before, the value of going to service on Sundays, because that's his house. How y'all don't be going to Jesus' house? And I understand that he's everywhere, but I want to go to his house. I want to, have some bread every now and then. with him, or at his crib. It's not just, oh, I'm at home praying, oh, online. No, like, for real, y'all don't understand the amazing connections that my husband and I get during praise and worship at service, holding hands, praising God. There's times that we're, bawling out and just love each, like, it's just, listen, we just not gonna go there. But listen, again, go back to our page. My husband just put it on here, IG at marriage, acronym porn. Definitely check us out. Message me, hashtag us, whatever, Barker Worldwide Inc. at gmail.com. Y'all have a blessed night. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for getting on. I hope this was helpful. I hope some of y'all husbands took some notes. And when y'all use what I'm talking about, definitely throw me a little bread for the hour of consultation that I had. My fees will be posted in your page, okay? So no, sir, guys. Listen, I'm grateful and thankful. We really just want to be here to bless and grow other marriages and our marriage, because we, like I said, y'all heard me talking about today. I was about to cut his throat, like, what, the same bomb. But I'm humbled down, and I said, love you, babe. I'll be back. I'm going outside to the bathroom, anywhere but in your face, because y'all already know. So anyways, thanks for getting on. We're here to bless families, bring families together, and this is for everyone, good, bad, indifferent. Marriages coming together, staying together, being together, having fun together, doing everything together, working together, understanding each other, everything. And if you're not married, if you have a significant other, let's talk about it. Like, how long y'all gonna be significant? Like, y'all ain't significant till there's a ring on the finger, realistically. And if you don't believe in marriage, then that's a whole nother topic. But for us women and wives, ladies, don't fool yourselves. Marriage is, for us, marriage is what we deserve, and of course, happily, not just some crazy shenanigans. But anyways, y'all have a blessed one. I'm about to shower and pass out. Y'all already know, us moms, wives, our me time 9 out of 10 times is in the shower when the kids are sleeping, because I have no interruptions. Y'all already know. If you understand, please put me a heart in the comment if you understand. Mommy time, everybody sleep, in the shower. I might do a little facial, just me, right? Y'all have a blessed one. Stay safe, stay humble, be good. Y'all have a good one. See y'all I think Monday for Man Monday, Thursday for Ladies Thursday. Ew. And then we might be back in between. Maybe Friday, maybe this weekend, just to be like, what up? Me and Brandon, the Barkers. See y'all later. Y'all have a blessed one. Stay safe. Deuces. Bye, guys. Thank you for tuning in on Brandon's Instagram. Check us out. Let me put our page on here while I'm on here. marriage.p.o.r.n. Hold on. Check us out, our IG. Thanks, guys, for getting on. Any comments, concerns, post it up. You have a blessed one. Be safe.